Good morning, just barely, with Brian and Tyler. We are in Genesis 50, verses 22 through 26 today.
So Joseph dwelt in Egypt, he and his father's household, and Joseph lived 110 years. Joseph saw Ephraim's children to the third generation. The children of Machir, the son of Manasseh, were also brought up on Joseph's knees. And Joseph said to his brethren, I am dying, but God will surely visit you and bring you out of this land, to the land of which he swore to Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob. Then Joseph took an oath from the children of Israel, saying, God will surely visit you, and you shall carry up my bones from here. So Joseph died, being 110 years old, and they embalmed him, and he was put in a coffin in Egypt.
All right, so what we have here is Joseph, definitely a long reign over Egypt, one of the longer reigns, generically speaking, throughout world history. And verse 23, Joseph saw Ephraim's children, or Ephraim's children, to the third generation, and also the children of Machir, the son of Manasseh. This implies that Manasseh probably died at some point during the life of his firstborn son, during the life of Machir. Just the wording suggests that Manasseh didn't live a very long life. But Joseph's life, it was a long life, it was a blessed life. And we'll pick up the other three verses tomorrow, Saturday, Lord willing. But we've been talking about this thing about blessing. Remember Genesis, the Lord said a man's days shall be 120 years. Moses lived 120. Abraham actually, kind of blew that number out of the water on that side of the flood. Abraham was the last guy to live that long. Isaac, Jacob, they both had fairly long lives. Joseph, though, 110. Joshua will be 110. Moses will be 120. Aaron definitely won't make it. You say, well, no. This thing about a long life and blessing, don't mix it up. A short life lived holy that dies in the Lord is a blessed life. A long life that's miserable, where you spend 50 years wishing you would have died 50 years earlier, is not a blessed life. Pay attention. What makes life in this world a blessing? And different people, well, you can't define success. Sure you can. Do you have something that gives your life value? Do you have something that you derive pleasure from doing? Does it bring value to the lives of others? Are you able to be of benefit to the people you love and care about? These are things that are quantitative and qualitative standards of success. You run a company, it made $28 billion, and the last quarter of the year, you laid off 60% of the workers and made their Christmas and Thanksgiving and New Year's absolute hell because they had no income. But your stockholders were sure happy with you because they all got an extra $20,000 that year in dividends because you jacked over a bunch of people. Now, in the business world, that's called success. In God's world, that's called the cries of the reapers, the cry of the laborers has come to the ears of the Lord of Sabaoth, and your judgment's coming. Okay? Now, let's not go the opposite direction and say, see, money isn't success. Money is very much success. But there's money success under the system of Babylon. Go back about 8 months in videos when we talked about the system of Babylon, versus the system of blessing. Okay? But money is also part of the system of blessing. The blessing of the Lord maketh rich, and he adds no sorrow to it. Was Joseph rich? Yeah. Joseph's family? Yeah. Jacob wasn't poor. Now, did Jacob do as well as his dad and his grandpa? No. Why? Because he started his life off on the Babylonian system. Lie, cheat, steal, jack people over to get ahead and get your financial whatever. And then he ran into his uncle, who was even better at that game. What's the only reason that Jacob got saved from his uncle? The promise and the blessing of the Lord. So when you look at the life of Joseph, there's nothing wrong with living a long life. And if you're going to live a long life, make your daily prayer of thanksgiving that of Moses. Okay? Lord, I thank you for this day. I thank you for a long life. I thank you that my eye is not dim, nor is my strength abated. I walk before you and I serve you with strength of body, clarity of sight, and purity of spirit. You see, that wasn't Moses' prayer. No, taking that one phrase from the life of Moses. His eye was not dim, nor was his strength abated when he died at 120. Meaning at 120, he was just as strong and just as he was when he was 40. And at 40, he was able to grab a man and kill him. All right. Moses, phenomenal guy. Joseph, phenomenal guy. Long life isn't a blessing. Long life that's blessed, that should be your desire. Anything else, my brother?
No, sir.
With Adam Brian Reagan, this is
Tyler Kelly.
And we bid you good day.